All right, shalom, shalom. Y'all coming in, y'all coming in. We on Taylor and 5th and 6th, right by the iconic Needle, of course. And you know, I wasn't live at the Akium's open live, so we're gonna kind of piggyback outside today off of what's going on in the world. But before we do anything, let's give our praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Karkadash, that wants to the apostles, great millstone citation, all the Akiums and Aqua, pushing the truth is Yahweh Kanan is the year to push. And we're gonna start right off with Amos. It's Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Should there be evil in the city, and the Lord has not done it? See that? So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah is doing all these things. Whether it's COVID, whether it's this battle of Armageddon that's building up. As you can see, we're in the second revive of the Roman Empire. The beast with the 7 head and 10 horns is showing itself, and it's getting more and more allies. And that's its extent. And as it's getting more allies, the story is playing out on what Yahweh Shah put in the scriptures. That EU and NATO supposed to rise up against the bear, which is Revelation, the 13th chapter, which that's what y'all see now. Because a lot of y'all know about the war that's going on in Ukraine, but the Russians already has crushed the Ukraine.
Last year?
So now, all right, don't join the army, whatever you do. You gotta let white man fight white man on this one. Russians gotta fight Americans. Us African Americans, we ain't got nothing to do with white boys. You gotta say that nowadays. That's a young man, and they're gonna definitely try to drive it. Nope. We stand here block to block. See that? Y'all can go over there and do that shit. Because we know what's happening. See that? Because the trumpet is being blown in the city. And that's why he have his prophets, his wise men out here on the highways and byways and the hedges to warn the 12 tribes of Israel. To make sure the 12 tribes of Israel know. Don't get into the Egyptians' affairs. Just like he rose Pharaoh up back in the day, he raising the modern day Pharaoh back up. But let's keep going. It's Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. See that? So the servants, the prophets, we have the secrets of what's going on in this kingdom called Babylon the Great. And why these things are conspiring and taking place with what you see today in your media. So when we see events like this, hold on, let me get it. Because that's why I said the Akiums did this on their live. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold on, this ain't it. I'm gonna find it, motherfucker. Man. I'm talking about other phone. Hold on. It's in my other phone. Oh, I left it fucking plugged up in the at the gym. Hopefully nobody mess with it. But as you can see, I'm just gonna tell you, you gotta go look it up yourself. But as you can see, you I think it's Normandy or Norway. Hold on. Let me just look it up real quick. I don't know why I just forget that. Normandy gets ready for Russia invasion. Okay, you got it. It's a NATO response to Russian invasion of Ukraine. Okay. Hold on. because that's next. They got all the propaganda going. I think it's Poland. It's Poland. I'm tripping. Yeah, it's actually Poland. Poland is actually getting ready for Russian invasion. That's what the fuck I'm looking for. Poland is ready itself for Russian invasion. Here it is. See that? And we don't gotta make shit up. See that? That's what y'all get ready for. That's why we ain't got nothing to do with what these white boys got going on. See that? This is our salvation. This is the end of Esau world and the beginning of Jacob worlds that follow. See that? It say 8. The lion has roared. Who will not fear? The Lord God has spoken. Who can but prophesy? Mean tell you what's gonna happen before it's gonna happen. See that? Exactly. So now y'all know that that's gonna happen. Let's see what's gonna happen next. Because now the Russian and Ukraine war has already spilled over to Poland. Y'all getting ready to go to fight? No. They're gonna force the draft. See, they don't know nothing about the draft, but you got to get ready for the draft. Because now, since it has spilled over into Poland, Poland only have what, 150,000 men army. Russian has what, 1 million man army. So Poland gonna have to amp up at least what, 300,000 more men. So they're gonna ask some of you American men to go over there and fight in these new white American wars that's happening. Seeing that we here in Washington State, and he laid the cornerstone, because that cornerstone that he laid is the same cornerstone that Yahushua is finna do away with Babylon the Great, which let me get that out of Daniel. See, and that's why we got to be out here in these highways and byways to warn these people so they can hear, so they won't have no cloak for their sins. They was told. See that? You get that Daniel. This where we at. This where I want to start this fucking fraud. 2. Let's get that Daniel 2. This Daniel 2 and I'm gonna start at 40. And the 4th kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdue all things, and as iron that breaketh all things, shall it break in pieces and bruise. And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of pottery clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it for the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with the miry clay. And what is that? That's nothing but history. See that? That's your fall of northern Germany. Hold on. See, because now we got to go back in time to 1943. Because when we go back into 1943, you got main characters. Winston Churchill. Who else we have in that time? Them gentlemen know who I'm talking about. That's in their time period. But Winston Churchill. Who else we have? Woodrow Wilson. See that? Who else we have? We had Warlocks and Wizard as what's his name? Aleister Crowley, who was the propaganda advisory for Winston Churchill, Britain. Because remember, it was always told that the sunset never set on Britain. But you also had Germania Minor, Germania Major, which is nothing but both parts of Germany. That's why they had that Berlin Wall. And that's why it was so important for America with its propaganda to break the Berlin Wall, but to bring in all of its goods and merchandise. See that? Which is Ezekiel. Because that miry toes and that Treaty of Rome that they did after America became that beacon of light. Hold on, let me see if this is on here. Oh, it ain't on here. I I hit the right sign. But no, right here. Because what y'all finna find out is that America and NATO is the beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns that was spoken about in Revelation. That's why Poland is now gearing itself for this third world war that's in Joel, the 2nd chapter, which I'm gonna go into. It's a Daniel 2:41, and where thou sawest the feet and toes, part of pottery, clay, and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. And that's why you had Brexit. That's why you've been seeing the EU and the NATO, they've been having that turbulence over the last, 4 or 5 years? And Brexit did what? It left. That's why it's called Brexit. And that's why but you still have Germany, which is part strong. But then you have Ireland, Poland, part weak. That's why Poland is now doing what? It just gave that declaration that it has to build its military. And that's doing nothing but fulfilling 2nd Ezra. See that? Because you think the Ukraine, which was like the apostles explained, the Ukraine do nothing but give a blood sacrifice to the New World Order, the Russians, the new oligarchies on the block. That's all. So let's get that real quick. We're gonna be real quick with it. This 2nd Exodus 16:33. The virgins shall mourn having no bridegroom. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. In the war shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things and understand them, you servants of the Lord. See that? Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it and believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. See that? So we're supposed to be holding on to what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah said and doing what he said. That's it. Nothing else with nobody else talking about. Because everything is being played out right in our reality. So as you can see, Babylon the Great, which is the woman which rides the whore, which we're going to get into that a little bit later. But let's keep going with this. 2nd Daniel 2:42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. I was just explaining that on why you had Germany and you had the Germania Minor, Germania Major, on why the Berlin Wall and why it was so important for Gorbachev to tear down this wall. See that? Because that's who teaming. The smart ones of them. That's why you see through Operation Paperclip and the building of a new republic, which is they old order now, a lot of the Germans stepped forward. That's why they had the war machine, the scientists. That's why they had Operation Paperclip. That's why now you got the program still running out, which is biochemical warfare, which right over here on the side, they still got people going in to get the goddamn COVID vaccine shots. Right around this little building, little spot. Propaganda from the Germans. It's a Daniel 2:43. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with fiery clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of man, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as the iron is not mixed with the clay. And we see the turbulence going on. You see how now you're finding out that Ukraine and Europe is the now basically you getting a geographical location of the world. That Europe is considered the bread basket, and the Ukraine is too. That's where we get a lot of our fertilizer and those things from. A lot of the gas and so forth come from over there. See that? People ain't tell. See, they ain't able to say right. See that? Because the apostles was going into all of that outside. Going into the lithium and how the eons out the batteries to run the chips on why there's no new cars out here. And as you can see, the people go on and they follow. And that's why you got to allow the Americans to go on, but we still got to be out here to warn them. And in this Daniel 2:44, and in those days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. And that's basically what y'all witness.
And we're basically where the people were
Yeah,
living.
y'all gonna have to explain to y'all self on why Christ is a black man and coming back from the sky. See that? Everybody gonna have to explain it. Because if I ask, I say 90% of Americans, are they Catholic or Christian or according to that faith? They'll say yeah. But then if I ask them, did they know Jesus Christ was a black man? That's when they go, oh, wait, what? Yeah. Right, see? There you go, right there. See? That's why I gave it a 90%. Because some know. But those who don't know gonna be shocked because of Renaissance art during the what? 13th, 14th century. Thanks to guys like Rodrigo Bourgeois, guys like Leonardo, Donatello, Da Vinci. See that? Who painted all those false images and portrayed y'all as God. And that's why everybody is worshiping and doing exactly what we saw the Edomites say and do. See? So everybody getting their warning out here. But let's keep going. Daniel 2 and 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. Now, why do you think that's it? Do you think that was written in there for a typo mistake? Why do you think it said that this kingdom gonna be set up but not for other people? Because everybody know that it's to the 12 tribes of Israel, the elect of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's it. Very that simple. But you got something called replace theology, where you want to remove the Israelites' supersessionism to bring everybody in the world in, and it didn't work. You failed miserably. Because we right back to that same old story again. Daniel 2 and 44, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Because all the other nations has had their kingdom. See that? From the Babylonians, the Assyrians, the Medes, the Greeks, the Romans, back to the Greek Roman again, back to us. This second Ezra 6 and 7. Then answered I and said, what shall depart asunder of time? And when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau was born of him, Jacob hand held fast the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is at the beginning of it that follow. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand of the questions as was asked thou not. See that? So that's it. So what you're witnessing is a transfer of power. That's why last week I read Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? Because the Russians and the Chinese, like he said, Moab is my wash pot. See that? He gonna use Moab, the Chinese, to wash out the Americans. And they doing a hell of a job washing out y'all finances. See that? This is all Yahweh Shah show. Now let me get that. Let me get that. Motherfuckers ain't doing nothing slick. Y'all better understand who the power is. Where the order's coming from. Once you know that shit, you be good. This Psalm 60 and 8. Moab is my wash pot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Philistine trumpet, thou because of me. See that? So the inflation and the high gas prices, that's a Russian thing, right? Well, wait till the Chinese kick in with your overall goods that you buy every day. See that? They're gonna wash this place out. That's what's coming next. That's the prophecy. See that? Because Moab, which is the Chinese according to the Bible, they finna do a hell of a job on American financial district. So y'all watch that and be ready for that stock market to go down, down, down. And the Chinese ain't even begin yet. See, that's the most heavenly thing about it. And y'all still out here shopping, partying, barbecuing, kicking it, which I mean, go ahead. But y'all get ready for this financial hardship time and the slowdown. That's all. It's a who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? See that? This place has been sabotaged already. That's why they said get ready for the rolling blackout. And we already know who's gonna be a part of that. Your smart Chinese guys. Why you think you ain't heard nothing about Biden, Kamala, the Chinese, nothing? Because they've been prepping them and prep talking them for y'all next 6 months of this election turnout and all this shit. Where they get to blame each other. You know, play their little game they normally been playing with y'all. You see what they said about the gas prices? Well, shit, y'all got it better than who? Europe. And why they compare y'all to Europe? Because it's a one world order happening right now. You got the old order trying to be washed out by the new order, the White Dragon Society, which is Russians and the Chinese. And that's what y'all witnessing right now. And we here to tell you that this is our salvation. You Israelites out there, the elect of Israel, those of y'all who have an ear to hear, let y'all hear. See that? Because what you're witnessing with this Poland and this Ukraine and these wars, they finna escalate. And America finna pump more and more and more money, and not just money, but actual manpower. Yeah, you man in America gonna have to stand up and start fighting for this country. Y'all like to go out and do the festivals and the birthdays and you know what I'm saying? You let your women got you all converted into all this bullshit and your culture secondary. Well, guess what? America finna them citizenships that y'all enjoy and y'all get to be cool with and shit. Cause this ain't just for you Black/Native Americans. This for everybody. Everybody finna be a part of this. Cause this your Hawashop show. So welcome to the shit show starring you. So let's keep it moving. This Psalms 55 and 3. Because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they have cast iniquity upon me, and in my wrath they hate me. And that's why you see the decadent veiled ones of us is doing what? Screaming for reparations or acknowledgement of economic hardship. The harder they get out here, which you ain't finna get now. Because why Psalms 73 and 1? That's why once you understand the scriptures and who you are and who they is and what the plan of Yahweh is, then you know why everything is the way it is. But until then, you just running around here following the Queen of Heaven spirit. Or being like this gentleman, just being re-educated that COVID is real and this fake is here. See that? But hey, it's to each his own. But I tell you one thing. That shit working. So let's keep going. So let's get into this Joel a little bit, because this way it's going. Because the Archons did a hell of a job by going into the Joel, and I said, yeah, I was gonna put my little 2 cents in on it. That's what we finna do. That's what time it is. This This Joel, but the scriptures say that they what? And that's the kind of spiritual that was said that they're gonna be given. But this Joel 3 and 9.
With someone else?
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare a war, wake up the white man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. And that's what you see. And that's why now the war that has jumped from the Ukraine Because see, at first, remember, America was in where? Afghanistan, Iraq. They brought the troop home. They say they was for women liberation. And then they left them over there and left the Taliban with all these new weapons. And then they renamed them ISIS and gave them a web page. You know, like they allow you to get a Facebook page. See, this is the government that plays with its American citizens and your name. Because see, your name is being stamped on this. So now, you just signed hundreds of millions of dollars over there to Ukraine, fucking in Russia business. And Russia just told you Americans that hard times make hard men, soft times make soft men. So you American men have become what? Soft. So now since the wars have started, America is going to force a draft to force you men to go fight for American patriotic. And I'm not going because I don't fight with white boys' business. Because a white Russian and an American Russian, an American white is the same brother to me. I don't get to live in the white American white boy neighborhood or the Russian white boy neighborhood. So good luck with that fight. Because what a fight is will be. But I'm a root from the sideline because y'all like for us to dance and entertain y'all, right? So get ready to send your kids off to the draft and to the wars. And trust me, while they over there fighting for American patriotic against their brother, the white Russian, I'm gonna be over here with the pom-poms, you know, keeping the women, you know, somebody gotta do it, right? Everybody can't go. I mean, we can send the G.I. Janes over there. Y'all can go and go to the Lord Cross. You know, they got all that propaganda for you Americans. So y'all gonna go right over there. But what you're witnessing now with Poland just declared that they have to arm themselves for the Russian onslaught that's coming. This is a repeat of World War II. Because in Revelation, it speaks of one war is past, the 2 and 3rd war come quickly. And this is what y'all witnessing. But this Amos 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare a war, wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's why you see Russia is standing straight up. Why you think Poland is taking heed to like, okay, and why you think Russia just openly just said, oh yeah, Poland, y'all next? And if you look at us, Akim, all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah, double honors to the apostle, I already said that. I said that 2 weeks ago. That the surrounding countries around Ukraine, they necks on the hit list. Now, how did I know that? Because Joel said in Revelation. See that? Joel said, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. That's why you see everybody now is preparing for war now. See, the God in the heavens run the universe, not man on the earth. See that? So get ready for this show because it's gonna be, y'all like fireworks, right? Well, this gonna be one of the biggest fireworks show that you ever seen in man history. You think the Pharaoh and the chariots and his wheels coming off? Wait do you see how these planes come dropping out the sky? See that? And why you think there's so many UFO? You believe in UFOs? No?
Good luck.
Okay. Yeah, he said he don't believe in that shit. I mean, it's on the news though. He gonna believe in it when he see it like that needle up there. See that? That's when he gonna believe. But it's all good. Amos 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare a war, wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathens, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thou mighty ones to come down. And that's talking about the angels. See that? Because the angels are controlling all of this. That's why you notice when the queen had her jubilee? What was in the sky when the queen had her jubilee? The chariot. See that? Marking and watching. And I'm pretty sure they seeing a lot of them in that Ukraine war too. But let's keep going. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get ye down, for the press is full, the fat overflow, for their wickedness is great. What wickedness? America wickedness. See that? Because the rest of the nations are mad at the philosophy, which let me get it. See that? All the nations mad. Messing with this one. That bitch real life. But this Nahum 3:1, woe to the bloody city, it is full of lies and robbery, the prey departeth not. See that? The 12 tribes of Israel. See that? And that's what's happening. Jake is starting to come to the realization that working these jobs for 30, 40, 50 years is getting nowhere. Due to the inflation, due to the Europeans getting Kagonomics, which wasn't nothing but COVID during the 40s and the 50s, the good old days for the Europeans. And they gave us the projects. And then they gave us war on drugs, war on crime, war on poverty, which was actually war on the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans. Then they gave us the propaganda of the separating of the families. And that finished and destroyed us. Because the scriptures say what? Through her we all die. See that? So, you know, where we at today. And it's all good. Because he got an answer for what he did. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels and of the pressing horses and the jumping chariot. And what's the number one thing moving around here in America that employed a lot of the Israelites that has lost their jobs? That same prancing wheels. Everybody got these sprinters, Amazon, delivery trucks, and everything. For those of y'all who don't know, that has become one of the number one ways that the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans is able to feed their family around today. Is you have to work for these express deliveries or something like that, whether it's Uber Eats, Amazon, your own the truck you got, if you're fortunate enough, and you know you got to find the right gaps and holes and contracts and so forth. A lot of us getting played, you know, but that's this place. It's a the horsemen lift up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses, and there is not end to their corpses. They stumble upon their carcasses. And that's going into what? The ICBM missiles. Which we understand now that Russia got the number one technology in the world. Is called the what is it? Supersonic, hypersonic missiles. 20 minutes. You got 20 minutes to figure out how you're gonna get you a bunker. Which a lot of y'all don't even know anything about what I'm talking about. But in the 50s, they call it the fallout shelters. See that? When they first built these atomic weapons, well, now they went from atomic to supersonic. So seeing that us blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, we don't know anything about no supersonic, hypersonic, ICBM missile. We don't have no fallout shelters, let alone a house, vacation home, none of that. The only thing you got is who you know as Jesus Christ. And that ain't even him. His name is Yahweh Shai. He's the deliverer. Other than that, you getting smoked. You're going up in smoke with the Edomites. See that? But this is that place. They say, because of the multitude of a whoredom, of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nation through her whoredom and family through her witchcraft. See that? Because everybody thinking here in America, don't nobody know who they are. Everybody has taken on a false identity and learned to love it, which is what? The image of the beast. See that? Because when you go down the history line of the making of the image of the beast, it goes all the way back to Christopher Columbus. See that? George Washington laid the cornerstone, who was nothing but a Masonic Mason. See that? Warlock. That's why I say the mistress of witchcraft. Because that Jesus Christ y'all believe in, that's Caesar Borgia. That's a real man that really exists. See that? And that's why that money y'all believe in, that's going into the RFID chip. See that? That's all it. Which I ain't even, I was gonna get the other sign. As a matter of fact, let me get the other sign. Cause because the Federal Reserve Bank was created on Jekyll Island in 1913, which gave you your money, which bring in your social security number, which is nothing but a straw man, which make you a part of the state in all capital letters. You get your social security, you get your mail, which make you a part of this corporation. And seeing that you got this corporation, you got something called the debt clock. But not only do you got the debt clock, you also got something called the doomsday clock. And the scientists just moved the doomsday clock. You need to look into that because Russia got what? Hyper supersonic missiles. This place is going out by fire. See that? I can see the Pacific being hit and lit up like a Christmas tree. See that? Kaboom. See, this is what you got to get your mind ready for. This is the reality of what we living in. Not this, you see how nice and calm? No, this is all fake. This is a simulated program that's finna turn to the worst. And you gotta have your mind ready. But let's keep going. Nahum 3 and 5. Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thou nakedness, and the kingdom thou shame. And that's happening through what? The Europe and the Dorm. The internet is exposing everything. That's why you had guys like Snowden that said that America is spying on its own citizens and all the espionage that it had going on. From the Franklin cover-up story in the 70s where you had the politicians and the White House and all them, it was found out that they ain't nothing but pedophilia from what you know actually as, what is it called? Nebula. Have you ever heard of Nebula? Anybody ever heard of Nebula? No? No. Yeah. You ever heard of Nebula?
No.
Yeah, Nebula is an acronym meaning old men get to have sex with 8-year-olds and under. See that? That's what I said. Just look it up. It's called Nebula. And you're gonna be like, what? This really exists? Yeah, it really exists. Why is that? Because this is Babylon the Great, Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why you got programs out here like Nebula, where old guys, 50-year-old, get to have sex with 8-year-olds. And they petitioning this on the books. And you got people of status that's with this. But then y'all act like trafficking? Really in America? Yeah, really in America. See that? Franklin cover-up story. Look that up. Let alone Pizzagate for today's time. See, this is the wickedness that's going on. That's why Ezekiel say that the man put a mark upon the man that do what? Sigh and cry for all the wicked and abominable things that's going on around this motherfucker. See that? We got to call this shit out. But let's keep going. Let's go back to that Joel on the head. Well, no. Go a little bit more. This Nahum 3 and 5. Behold, I am against thee, said the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations of thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thou shame, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vow and will set thee as a gazing stock. See that? And that's what everybody doing now. Everybody looking at this place as like, man, ain't nobody taking them serious. They got women trying to be men, men trying to be women. The kids don't want to listen. It's just all messed up. But let's keep going. Let's go back to the Joel. And this Joel 3 and 12. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and there will I set to judge all the heathens round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. See that? What wickedness? See, your blasphemy against the heavens. See that? You told the Israelites that they wasn't no people. And we can do everything that the Bible say don't do. We can worship everything and anything all the time. Do what thou will, witchcraft terms and sayings and phrases that has been lived out through these entertainers like Kanye West, Jay-Z, Kumo D, LL Cool J, Salt and Pepper with the sexual spirit. Ooh, push it good. Push it. Like, who the fuck? Like, bro, now since the age I am now, and I think about like them songs, I'll be like, hell no. Like that? Hell no. I would have took off. The women coming out like that, man, that was straight. But hey, this is the witchcraft though. Damn, that kind of made me mad. This Joel 3 and 14. Multitude in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. See that? So that's what time it is. You Edomite, Caucasian, white cave, a lot of y'all witches and warlocks that walk past me. You know? And y'all did y'all wickedness. Y'all done summoned up all y'all on Halloween, Samhain. Y'all done sacrifice and ritual to every motherfucking thing in every body. You done push your tongue all through the earth and blasphemy against the heavens. And that's that abominable cup that's in that woman's hand. Especially this place with that old liberal bullshit. Don't say this, you can't say that. Even at work, I even had one of the older women, Holly. She was basically trying to tell like one of the new coworkers, like, don't when you talking, don't make phrases to the new girl, with a girl, Silas, who got her breast took out, like, don't call her a girl. Man, I said, the fuck out of here. I'm gonna call her ass what I've been calling her and say, no, y'all pressing me for me to even be thinking about what the fuck I'm saying. I'm 40 years old. Fuck out of here with that. Man, don't call her. No, man, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. By doing what? By keeping less conversation as possible. Yeah, they got all this. You can't say this. You can't say that.
Yeah, you know.
No. That's like the young gentleman. I asked him, is man and women created equal? He gonna hesitate on the conversation. I said, nigga, ain't no fucking woman created to no man equal. Fuck out of here. That ain't even no conversation to have. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Man first, then women, then kids. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Like ducks in the goddamn row. That ain't hard to figure out. See that? See how the king walk in front, the queen walk behind? That ain't hard to. That ain't like what's so hard about that? And then people act like they get offended, like when I say stuff like that, like, oh yeah, the man's supposed to be in the front, the woman's supposed to be in the back. What you mean a woman's supposed to be in the back? I said, what the hell you mean a woman's supposed to be in the front? If I was a woman, why would I want to be in the front? If the war started, why would I want to be in the front of the man? Does that make sense? If a war started, why would the women want to be in the front? That's stupid. But that's this backward ass liberal society that y'all claim. See that's what happened. Y'all done let the left, right with all this BS conversation that tricked y'all out of y'all common sense. that the Bible's supposed to set the principles on. Now we back to the Third World War. Now you need the men to be men and the women to be women, and now everybody confused talking about some liberal. See how stupid that was? But the Russians got to say it. Soft time make soft man, hard time make hard man. You American wear pink shirts and paint your goddamn nails, and you let your woman walk in front of you. So good luck with that life. All right, let's keep going. Joel, and I'm gonna keep hitting that note. Joel 3 and 14. Multitude, the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw the shining. The Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But the Lord will be the hope of his people. See that's why I said earlier, you Israelites, we don't know nothing about hyper, supersonic, ICP, none of that. We ain't got doomsday fall, none of that. Prep, nothing. We ain't got no money for shit for to even just have foundation. So Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah gonna be our defense for his people. See that's why I told you earlier that his kingdom ain't gonna be left to other people. So no matter how much you try to use supersession, and to remove Israel and to try to put the whole world in, it ain't gonna work. Because when the black man come from the sky, who we know as Jesus Christ, you gonna have to figure that out. Not me. I already know what's coming. Shit, a lot of y'all, once he come from the sky, you ain't gonna wanna fuck with him anyways. Nigga coming from the sky, you say, you fuck that nigga. Yeah. It tell you that they ain't gonna even repent from their sin. Hold on, like I just made that up. I ain't just make that up. I'm telling y'all the truth. Watch this. They ain't gonna even repent. KJV, they shall not repent. They ain't gonna even repent. That's how crazy this shit is. This Revelation 9 and 21. It's Revelation 9 and I'm gonna start at 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues. But let me go up, because this was coming next. That's why you got the battle of Jehoshaphat, and this coming in. This Revelation 9 and 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more, and there come 2 woes more hereafter. See that? Because you had World War I, then you had World War II, which, see, y'all been stuck on World War II. You've been talking about the remembrance of this battle and of this and that. But you see how fast 3 came? We living in 3 right now. Why you think Poland talking about they getting ready for the Russian war? Right now. Y'all still talking about Ukraine. Did y'all know Poland is already starting to fight Russia? Has anybody told y'all that? No? Some of y'all from Poland. See that? That's why you can't wait for the American propaganda television to tell you what's going on. Y'all just now engaging, oh, America fighting Ukraine. No, Poland is already getting ready to fight Russia. Y'all still talking about Ukraine and giving weapons and money from America to the Ukraine. Y'all got to give American money to Poland now. Y'all ready for that? Ready for the taxes to go up? What about your rent, gas, food, clothing, air, rent, walk space? See that? Goods, services. Y'all ready for that? That's what we out here to tell y'all. That's why Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah said, come unto me, and he shall make this easy. But let's keep going. But this Revelation 9 and 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come 2 woes more hereafter. And the 6th angel sounded and heard a voice, and the 4th horn, the golden altar which is before God, saying to the 6th angel which has the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great rivers Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the 3rd part of man. And See, who was that? That's Esau. Why do you think he called us 3/5 of a man with a slick wannabe ass? It say, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. See that? And that's the ICBM missiles. Because now you got to go into the Joel, the second chapter. We was in third. Now you got to roll into that second. Because it all started with the controversy of Israel. See that? That transatlantic slave trade. You in trouble behind that. You in very big trouble behind that. These cities of America that you got us humping and slaving and twirling and working these little measly, petty ass, Amazon ass jobs, y'all got to answer for all that. That's why I ain't got no problem getting up. And I can remember years ago, I used to always be like, man, fuck, man. And I said, no. We good. Let's keep this shit moving. Just give me y'all about Shem Yahweh shot. Give me day by day my daily bread. Fuck what everybody else talking about. This Revelation 9 and 13, and the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great rivers Euphrates. And the four angels was loose, which were prepared for an hour, a day, and a month, and a year to slay the third part of man. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them. Them a lot of motherfucking missiles, boy. And thus I saw the horses in the vision, and them that sat on them having breastplates of fire, and the jostle and brimstone, and the head of the horse was the head of a lion, and out of his mouth issued fire, smoke, and brimstone. And that ain't nothing but the nuclear warhead that John got to see 2,000 plus years ago on the island of what was he at? Shit. He was on the island of busting them damn rocks down. Crete Island. I forgot exactly what island. That shit normally roll off my tongue. I kind of actually forgot it right now. But he was on that damn island. John know what he seen. He seen them hyper supersonic ICBM missiles. It said, issue fire, smoke, and brimstone. By these three were the third part of man killed, by the fire, and by the smoke, and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouth. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. See that? Because they take the propulsion system to get it over here, and the warhead is in the top. So that's why Revelation saying that what the power is in what? Its head and in its tail. So the Germans built the what? The Corporation. I'm not saying it right, but the rocket system to get it over here. And I forgot the guy name who damn, I forgot the guy name. He said, I have become the waster of worlds. I forgot his name though. You know the guy named who invented the nuclear bomb? I bet you he'll know it. But when you gonna have it? See that? You don't know that motherfucker when they take a picture of that. I forgot the guy name who invented it. But he said, wait. Don't talk about that. Don't we got smartphones? Act like it. The man who invented the atomic bomb.
According to Atomic Heritage Foundation, Robert Oppenheimer was an American theoretical physicist. During the Manhattan Project, Oppenheimer was director of the Los Alamos Laboratory and responsible for the research and design of an atomic bomb. He is often known as the father of the atomic bomb.
There you go. So J. Robert Oppenheimer. That said, famous saying, I became the waster of worlds. And that's what y'all witnessing. So Yehovah Hashem Yahweh shot, it's finna end this motherfucker. That's what we living in. It say, and the arm. Okay. Revelation 9 and 18. By these there were the third part of men killed, by fire, by smoke, and by the brimstone which issue out of their mouth. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails. For their tails was like unto serpents, and heads, and with them they do hurt. That's the ICBM missiles. It say neither. Oh, okay. It say And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hand. See that? So all that old, well, because this was the Christian ass broad Brenda was trying to say. Well, I mean, if America repent, and then no. They already told us that these raggedy head motherfuckers ain't gonna repent from the shit they already did with the works of their hand. They already put the work in. Shit, fuck out of here. Well, if they know, I ain't finna if shit, nigga. We know the whole goddamn story. Fuck out of here. But that's that Queen of Heaven shit. That's why get your ass out of here with that weak ass Christ. But Revelation 9 and 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of their works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols and gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. Neither repented they of the murders or of the sorcery nor of the fornication nor of their theft. Right, they stole, lusted, the slave trade, and no, you ain't getting no reparation. Your nigga ass better figure it out. See that? That's the only reparation your ass better get. And then, how you gonna say, oh, white man, is you gonna give me reparation? Didn't he just genderfy every goddamn thing? He just showed your nigga ass, get out of Seattle, go figure it out in the woods again. So this ain't nothing but a emancipation and proclamation all over again. See that? And what did he do? He brought the rest of the nations in to work them as slaves. But see, they thinking China and Russia and all, they finna be the next superpower. No. The next power that the rest of y'all finna bow down to is blacks, Latins, and Native American men. That's who y'all get ready to be running everything. See that? And I said that with authority. Blacks, Latins, and Native American men around this bitch. Now let me get that for you stupid motherfuckers. I don't know what the fuck y'all thought. That's why I be telling motherfuckers, look, that's why I tell the women right now, I don't want to hear shit. Shut up. See that? We ain't playing with them. We got a kingdom coming, meaning it's for men first. See that? I hate I even gotta emphasize that, but that's where we at right now with the Black, Latin, Native American woman, this Queen of Heaven, feminist bullshit. That the feminist movement only apply here in America. In India, Pakistan, ain't no motherfucking feminist movement. Ain't none of that. See that? When she from India, it ain't no motherfucking women walk around that motherfucker talking about they finna do this and do that and whatever they